Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Trojans headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's more. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for room. It's Jordan. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking downfield. It's Mayava. Got his man out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown USC. Gets it into the end zone. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing more. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The quick out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Here's more to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Oregon! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
Returner will field it and try to get some, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Whew, that's a breathe. Sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take... field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The run inside. It's Jordan. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Now on second down. Just feeds the running back. And he'll be brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Snagged out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Running inside, it's Jordan. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The give to the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Trojans! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across.
Makes the grab on the right. Bulldozes his way through. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one, put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's a big throw.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snags it, and there's running room. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore escapes the pressure to his right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him and you know it's a long game.
Moore to the air. Lets it fly. Wide open, he makes the catch. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Dante Moore. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Finally, our defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, both teams putting up numbers. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the 2nd. The Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. to throw for it on 4th down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Here comes the heat. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
On 3rd down, looking to throw it beyond the sticks. Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed. But
guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Makes the grab. Snowed under by the defense.
that wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Got the conversion and still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On the run, still looking. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the offense is trying to complete that in route against zone coverage, but that was not a big window to try to fit that football in, and as a result, too easy for the defense to knock it down.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we were all tied up here in the second. Coming out with it, it's Lockhart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Rolling right and going deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. And he could not get loose on the run.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. On the run, it's Hill. Might have a chance. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he has open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Makes the grab in their space. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. Across the 35. Breaks into the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Tight end now in motion. The give is to Miller. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Trojans Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Trojans. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Makes it past the marker. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Lofts one deep down the right side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Open spaces. Touchdown, USC. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing more. They're working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's more to throw. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Moore will throw. Buying some time. Lets it go to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Laying out. He got it. Touchdown.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 14 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Badgers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. It brings them to 2-2 on the season following a big road win. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They feed him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working, and here we are in the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, going to the air. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
More. Pressure coming. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Moore to the air. This time on target. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Moore. Now he's going to break the pocket. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
To the air, it's Mayaba. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Takes it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Throwing more. Right on the money. On the move is the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Motion from the wide receiver. More to the air again. He'll try to do it. Oh, he's got some space. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Trojans. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moore. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Oh, they're after him. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
I like the aggressive nature by this defense. They've got the opponent backed up on the goal line. They're going to send the blitz, try to get an extra guy in on the pass rush, and they get home getting the safety.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Jordan. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. They'll send the back in motion. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Snags it, and he's open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Jordan. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can debris on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Release to the back. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now rolling to the left. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more... have ran a better route.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Moore to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to impose their will with the run. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. We got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to try to get it in. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Ducks are flying down the field. Dante Moore. Looking to the big tight end. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Lining up for the PAT. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
You know, and that's disappointing for the head coach because you drill these 2-minute, 4-minute type situations late in games. You got to have awareness and understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bleed the clock, and you can't do that if you're running out of bounds.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Back to pass. It's Heward. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Fires downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Miller with the ball. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop.
The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Heward. The sweet feet buy a little time, and he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing more. Escapes the pressure going right. Ripping through the defense. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game. So
hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, more. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Looking downfield, it's Heward. Fires to the right. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about
going long. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Got enough for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from... Looking for a deep man. Makes a deep grab. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Moore. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Under fire. intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On the draw, it's Miller. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Throws for the tight end. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Man, you kind of
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He might want another play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Here's more to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got them.
They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make them play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.